the reigning world champion and indeed Intercontinental champion, Ole Olsen from Denmark, and the Coventry Bees getting straight into the action in Heat 1. The lineup. On the inside there, Jan Andersen riding in red. Grid 2 has Billy Sanders blue. Grid 3, Kelly Moran from the United States in white. And on the outside, the big man himself, Ole Olsen, he'll be in yellow and black. Heat number 1 coming up under starters' orders. Four laps, remember, flat start, these bikes, 500cc. This is Heat 1. And from the inside it is Andersen, and Olsen chopped across into the corner. So Olsen leads it, punching up there, and there's trouble on that first corner. Down has gone Sanders, down 2 has gone Moran. And the race continues, but the red flag is coming out. They're going to stop it, and that was drama right at the start of Heat number 1 on the second corner there. There's Olsen. You might say it was when he chopped across it caused all the trouble. Let's have a look again and see it in replay. Olsen to watch for on the outside. Andersen gets the better of the jump on the inside. You can see there they're just about level. Now across comes Olsen. They definitely touched there, just a moment there. Now let's see where it all happens now. Olsen locks back, Andersen's second, Sanders is third. Moran's the rider in white on the outside. They turn back for the corner. Now this is where the trouble starts. Moran it is who goes down, and Sanders goes down with him, but it really was 6 of one and half a dozen of the other, and a replay with all four really would be the fairest result. The rerun of Heat 1, Jan Andersen again on the inside, Billy Sanders grid 2, Kelly Moran grid 3, white, Ole Olsen on the outside in yellow and black, and we wonder if that little pile-up on the second corner is going to unsettle Sanders and Moran. Here they come into line for the restart of Heat 1 of the 1979 Intercontinental Final. This time Sanders has got the break. Sanders leads it, Olsen second, Andersen's in third place, and Billy Sanders made no mistake that time, but here comes Olsen. So it's Olsen now who leads Sanders in terrible trouble on that pit corner there. Moran's come through into third place, Andersen is last, but Ole Olsen, having not made a good start, really seems to have those Yawa motors moving swiftly, because he is cutting it up front now in Heat 1. Olsen takes down his top set of goggles there. We saw that quite clearly as he throttles around this big circuit. It's 385 metres around Wise City. Olsen, of course, the reigning world champion, determined to hang on to that title, and indeed determined to hang on to this Intercontinental crown. And he really does look sharp here in Heat 1. This is the last lap. Sanders is second, in third place it's Moran. Remember, of course, they each have 5 rides. It's 3 points for a win, 2 for a second, 1 for a third. And it looks like Olsen is going to open with 3 points. Sanders is second, Moran is third, no score for Andersen. So that's Ole Olsen, and he really couldn't have had a better start to this 1979 Intercontinental Final. So this is Heat 2, and there's the lineup. Gordon Kennett on the inside, Peter Collins in grid 2 in blue, Larry Ross having a bit of trouble with the tapes there in the white helmet colour, Ivan Major on the outside. Really a crucial race, Heat 2. They're away this time, and it's Collins who's made the start, and that's a surprise. Major is second, Kennett is third. Peter Collins leads it for England. Major trying outside him. Has he got the horsepower? Collins knows he's there, and really has shut him out there. Collins leads it. Major is second. In third place now it is Larry Ross, and Gordon Kennett's at the back. Peter Collins, reigning British champion, of course, and former world champion, and Kennett's come bundling under Ross there in third place, and now chasing hard after Ivan Major. And Heat 2, it really is hotting up down there. Collins in front, Gordon Kennett now hustling and bustling on the back wheel of 5 times world champion Ivan Major. Major bidding for his 14th consecutive world final, and Gordon Kennett has punched a hole right through the inside of him. Really brilliant stuff from the former White City skipper. Gordon Kennett, second last year, of course, in the Golden Jubilee final, and having a rare old dust up for second place. Collins is leading, as you can see. Collins in front. Kennett has done it the hard way from the back. He's going to get 2 points. Major only will collect 1 in Heat 2. Well, that really was some exhilarating speedway. Peter Collins surprisingly made a quick start under a bit of pressure from Ivan Major early on, pulled away 3 points. Good start from him. This is John Davis, the current sex symbol in British Speedway. Rides for Reading, does an awful lot of off-track activity, posing with models and making records and going water skiing. No mean rider though, not just a pretty face. John Davis, yellow and black, heat number 3. And here is the lineup for Heat 3. John Titman from Queensland, Australia. He's on the inside, rides with Leicester, red helmet colour. Bobby Schwartz from California, blue helmet colour, grid 2. Cradley Heath, his British club. Finn Thompson rides across London with Hackney from Denmark, grid 3. John Davis from England on the outside in yellow and black. Davis from the outside and Titman from the inside, but Davis hits the corner first. John Davis leads it. Here he comes down, gets in control. He leads heat number 3. Second place moving up now is Thompson. Third place is Schwartz. But John Davis it is up front for England, and now Schwartz coming hard around the outside of Thompson, being shut out though. So you can see the distances there. John Davis clearly into a 20-length lead, coming around the pit corner. Down there goes Thompson, down too comes Titman, and indeed it was Schwartz who went down, and they have stopped it. Schwartz overslid there on lap number 3 down the bottom corner, and the referee has stopped it, and surely it will be Bobby Schwartz to go out. Titman somehow or other managed to lay his machine down and avoid what might have been a very nasty accident.
Bobby Schwartz, what did you remember about that?
Well, I went into the turn behind Finn Thompson, and I tried to come underneath, and as I was going in, he kind of pulled it down there on the inside, and then I just went in too backwards right there. It's just that slippery, and then John Titman laid it down for me. And as he hit me, the bike right there, the handlebar came up and hit me in the face right here. And I'm pretty swollen right now.
What have you actually done?
Nothing really, just skinned myself up and got a little knock on my face, but I got 4 more rides to go, and I think I can do it.
You did well not to have worse injury, really, perhaps?
Oh, yes, I think so, but track's a bit slick today, and still have 4 more rides to go, and we'll hopefully make it to the World Final this year.
Heat 3 for the second time of asking. No Bobby Schwartz, of course. John Titman on the inside in red. Finn Thompson, grid 3 in white. John Davis, who really had the race sewn up before it was stopped on the outside, yellow and black. Heat 3 restarted. Interesting to see if Davis can get one of those jet-propelled starts again from the outside. He really had a super start the first time of asking. Let's see what happens here in the rerun. That really was a bit of a ragged start, and away they go this time and again. Davis from the outside there made a bit of a shaky start, but he's back in front here. Second place is Titman, third place is Thompson, and an interesting view there. A very interesting start. Davis though leading heat number 3, cutting it up in front. Second place John Titman, third place Finn Thompson. Across the line into lap 3. It looked as though somebody dropped something down there around by the pit corner last time round. It has been collected by the track staff as Thompson goes around the outside of Titman. Points, of course, here terribly precious. Remember, 9 qualify. The battle is for second place because these minor placings so important. It's just not a question of winning here. It's a question of gaining one of those so vital places in the World Final, and this is where the battle is, with Titman now going around the outside of Thompson. Davis is a mile in front. Who's going to win this battle for the odd points at the back? Davis goes over the line, he wins it. Second place is Thompson, third place is John Titman. So Davis has lost his helmet colour, and he's collected 3 points, and that's the most important thing as far as his own personal campaign is concerned. Heat 4, an interesting lineup. On the inside, Kai Niemi from Finland, but a White City track specialist, having ridden for the Rebels here for 3 seasons. Grid 2 has the reigning Commonwealth champion Michael Lee, England's Crown Prince of World Speedway. There's tall and gangling, but very efficient. Mike Lee, he'll be in blue. Grid 3 has the new Danish whiz kid. Let's have a look at him. There he is, there in the white helmet colour. Hans Nielsen, who's really rocketed onto the scene this year. And on the outside, in yellow and black, Dave Jessup from Kingsland as well in England. Heat number 4. Start with the two Englishmen. Lee leads it. Jessup has come across him. Their teammates, remember, at Kingsland, they're 1-2 at the moment. Nielsen is third, but it's DJ Dave Jessup stretching down this back straight, leading heat number 4. And Nielsen really powering up after Michael Lee. England, of course, haven't had the best of years team-wise, having been eliminated from the World Cup. And we're looking to this individual championship, the world's premier title, to regain some glory. And at the moment, these two are having a rare old ding-dong. Jessup and Lee, teammates at Kingsland, but Michael Lee, no time for matey this now. Michael Lee's having a go. And he's gone around the outside there as sweetly as you're likely to see. Michael Lee, Commonwealth champion, and it looks like he means business in this Intercontinental Final too. Very, very fast Sharwell motors, Mike Lee, prepared by his father, Andy Lee, one-time England international scrambler. And Michael Lee, too, really looks in top form. Jessup is second. In third place, it is now Kai Niemi. 3 points for Lee, 2 for Jessup, 1 for Niemi, none for Nielsen. That's a surprise. But Michael Lee, number 7, and we wonder if that early knock has affected Bobby Schwartz from America. He's there in the red helmet colour. He says that setbacks give him added incentive, but he really must look for some points here in heat 7, and he has to face up to Peter Collins, who indeed won his first ride the most impressive style. Peter Collins, of course, England's only world champion since 1962. PC in white, hasn't had much luck in the World Championship since then. Broke his leg just before the 1977 final. Didn't qualify last year after a controversy in the British Championship. Here's the lineup. Schwartz on the inside, no score. Kai Niemi from Finland has 1 point. Peter Collins in grid 3 has 3, and Kelly Moran, another American on the outside, bit of a fireball this lad, he has 1 point. Heat number 7. Collins made very uncharacteristic flying start in his first ride. Normally we see PC battling from the back, more exciting, but I'm quite sure he'll be happy if he can make another jet-propelled getaway. Heat 7 settling down. Collins grid 3 in white. And it's another good start from Collins, although Schwartz has made up ground on the inside. Schwartz on the inside, Collins almost loses it, and it's awfully close there. Schwartz and Collins together into the pit corner. Neither will give anything away. The Yanks are brave battlers. In third place it is Moran, but Peter Collins has split him up. Hectic action on that first lap, and again going every which way there on the top corner. Peter Collins still leads. Second place is Schwartz, although Moran is trying to drill a hole up the inside and does so. And he's on his back wheel there, Moran, as Collins goes into the top corner. The two Americans having a rare dust up for his second place. Collins looks immaculate. Schwartz holding on in second place, although it's getting very, very close, because now Kai Niemi's come back into contention. This is Collins. There you can see the battle for second place, and Moran has gone through, and he's given Schwartz a knock, and he is going to lose his third place as well if he's not awfully careful. Has done so. Wow. Well, Bobby Schwartz has ridden his heart out here and got nowhere. Collins wins it. Second place is Moran. Third place is Niemi. I think the two Americans may have words after this one. Peter Collins, unconcerned about the drama, and looking very happy as well he might. 6 points, looking well set.
Kelly Moran, can you tell us exactly what was happening with you and Bobby Schwartz at the back there?
Oh, well, right about, where am I, on inside or outside? I don't know. I was just thinking, I know Bobby had the line, I was just trying to go around him. I knew there was no dirt on the inside, so I just tried my hardest to go around him. So I saw him drift out because he knew I was going to come on outside. So that's when I just came underneath him right then. And that was it, just headed for glory then.
Okay, thank you.
Heat number 8 should be a bundle of fireworks. Ollie Olsen on the inside. He is in red. 3 points first time out. Ivan Major in blue. The two great world champions together on the inside. John Davis won his first ride. He's in white. Grid 3, Hans Nielsen, no slouch from Denmark, is on the outside. Olsen, of course, the reigning champion. Major 5 times champion. Really two of the great names in World Speedway clashing here in Heat 8, and John Davis thrown in to add some spice to the mixture. Heat 8. The old fox who made the start. Major leads it. Second place is Nielsen coming around the outside. Olsen is third and Davis is at the back, and now John Davis moving up into third. Then Ivan Major, a real cagey one, that one from the start. He's leading it. Second place is Nielsen. Third place, a rare dust up between Olsen and Davis. Well, Ivan Major didn't run a particularly good opening ride. He only had a third place there, but he's showing all the style and class and talent that made him 5 times a world champion. Olsen, the reigning champion, is in third place. Nielsen, who didn't have a draw happy time first time out, is in second place, and this one is going to open up this Intercontinental Championship. They're into the last lap, and Major made the all-important start. Nielsen is still holding out Ole Olsen, his guide and inspiration and mentor. Olsen is right on his back wheel. Going awfully wide, Ole Olsen looking back there, trying to pick up 1 point here. Major wins it. Second place is Nielsen. Third is Olsen. Last is Davis, and that one has opened up this Intercontinental Championship final. Really won. In Heat 11, Mike Lee, the unbeaten rider, faces 2 riders who in fact have won previous races. Ivan Major on the inside, the old campaigner of World Speedway, third first time out, and race win against no less a personality than Ole Olsen. This is Major, such a crafty old campaigner, really has tremendous ability to will himself, to pick himself up, to get cracking. Ivan Major on the inside. Grid 2 has Finn Thompson. We'll see him just in a moment. There he is in blue. He is a bit of a surprise packet here this afternoon, a second and a win. Third place overall after 2 starts each. Kelly Moran's in grid 3, and he has 3 points, so a world final place by no means out of his grasp. And Michael Lee just making sure the clutch doesn't overheat. You can see there, just loosing the back wheel coming in on the outside. Mike Lee unbeaten, Commonwealth champion. He's got Ivan Major to contend with, and Finn Thompson, and indeed Kelly Moran. It really should be quite something. Heat 11. Outside of Major has again made a tremendous run up to the first corner, but Michael Lee is on the outside. Has he got the horsepower? Yes, he has. Down the back straight, Lee leads it. It is Major in second place. Thompson's in third place. Almost lost it there. Kelly Moran almost went through the pit gate. They sort themselves out down into lap 2. Michael Lee, Cambridge born. He's only 20 years old. Ivan Major, the oldest man in the World Championship, he's 39. Out of the dust comes Mike Lee. Thompson's in third place, as you can see. Kelly Moran's at the back. And as the dust begins to fly, it really is a hot, sultry afternoon here. And Michael Lee is making it even hotter. A bit of a battle there for third place. Thompson almost overshot the mark there. Moran isn't giving up. The Americans, as you can see there, keep battling to the last checkered flag. There goes Lee. Then Major. Thompson holding on to third place, consolidating. 3 more points for Michael Lee, unbeaten. 9 points so far. Must have his eyes on the Intercontinental crown, and must surely now be assured of a place in the world final, whatever happens. Heat 12. On the inside, Dave Jessup riding red, Ole Olsen blue. Grid 2, John Tipman still in touch with a world final place in white, and on the outside, Peter Collins unbeaten on 6 points. Heat number 12, again a crucial one. Jessup on the inside gave Olsen a nudge, and Collins has not made a good start. Collins is at the back. Olsen going around the high wide outside, trying to find a gap past Jessup, but Collins didn't make at all a good start there. He's back in last place, although he's coming under Titman there, and almost under Ollie Olsen as well, as they really begin to sort themselves out here in heat number 12. Jessup still leading, always such a fast starter, always a rider to reckon with, and now he's stretching away here in heat 12, and now Collins is trying to come under Ollie Olsen, and he's going to do him. Collins, gritty, and Cashin never finishes battling, and now he's chasing hard after Jessup, although Jessup has gone a long way clear. Olsen's back in third place, and well, we wonder. We can only wonder about Ollie Olsen. There's now Collins chasing hard after his England teammate Dave Jessup and trying the inside run, and he's going to sneak through on the inside. Or is he? No, Jessup was aware of him, gave him no room at all, but it's still terribly tight, and it's a smashing race, but this time Collins has gone through, and Jessup's come back right on the line. Well, it really was absolutely super speedway. Peter Collins came from last, he got up into first, but from where we were sitting, Dave Jessup just got it by the width of a tyre.
Dave Jessup on the left, Peter Collins on the right. What a race that was. I think you did get it.
Yes, just, I think. Half a wheel, everything. Or tyre.
You two are having a right battle on this last lap. Talk about it now.
Well, it looks like I'm leading at the moment, and I've
Dave
got up,
Jessup.
and Peter's come up the inside perfectly.
I think we were just about level here coming down the straight, but Dave just had the run on me as we got to the corner, and I think we almost touched a bit there.
Well, I've hit the bumps a little bit here, and it's just put me off line a little and gone a little bit too wide, as you can see. I've got a couple of yards on Peter at the moment, but
I just managed to get the wheels on some grip there, both wheels
comes,
for a second, and but then I had to make a bit of a turn too late when...
I got him in a straight line there, look.
Yeah.
Terrific.
Very close.
Short head they call it in horse racing.
Yeah, so finished.
It's points like that make a difference sometimes, though, isn't it?
Oh, it certainly does, yes.
Well, we're midway through this Sunday Mirror Intercontinental Final, and the leaderboard, as you can see, is good news for England, because Michael Lee, the clear leader, unbeaten on 9 points. Then we have Peter Collins on 8, Dave Jessup coming into the picture very much so on 7. Ivan Major and Finn Thompson represent the Heat 13 could well be the race that decides who is to be the 1979 Intercontinental Champion. This man, Michael Lee, unbeaten on 9 points, the reigning Commonwealth Champion, 20 years old, from Kings Lynn. And in Heat 13, his main opposition surely will come from red helmet there, Peter Collins, having just lost one race. He has 8 points. Apart from the title, remember, of course, there's £1,000 going for the winner of this crown, and that's the full lineup for heat number 13. Peter Collins on the inside, he's in red. John Davis had a bright start, faded a bit, needs points desperately here. He's in grid 2. Michael Lee, unbeaten, grid 3. Jan Anderson, no score yet on the outside. Lee, tall and gangly. Collins, stocky, gritty. Battle royal in prospect here, surely, in heat 13. Who's made the start, and Lee has been left. And in fact, it's Anderson who's come across from the outside, and Anderson, here's a surprise, leads heat 13. Second place, Collins and Lee getting into a bit of a tangle. Davis is at the back. This is one right out of the book. Jan Anderson leads. I hasn't scored a point yet, and he has got the two fire-eating Englishmen really breathing down his exhaust pipe. Collins on the outside, he's in red. Lee is still in touch in third place in white, but Anderson made a super start, and he's leading him a merry dance now. Well, who said Speedway was predictable, because this one really has upset every calculation. Anderson still leads, and Lee and Collins awfully close there in second place. Just look at this battle in heat 13. Collins again seems to drive through, going sideways, but Anderson has held him off. Last lap now, and this has been a super race again, but now Collins is going to go through. He's left the hole. Anderson can't quite get up the inside, or can he? Lee now coming in. Oh, we'll have some tremendous action. Collins is going to win it. Lee just gets up into second place. Anderson was third. A real spoiler there. Heat 13 was again one to remember. Heat 20, the last of this 1979 Sunday Mirror sponsored Intercontinental Final, and there are still a lot of issues to solve because we have Michael Lee. There he is in blue, and he needs a win here to go into a runoff for the first place and a £1,000 check with Peter Collins. We also have Ole Olsen, the reigning world champion, on 7 points, looking for at least a second place to assure him of a place in the final. Olsen on the outside and Gordon Kennett on the inside really needs a win to make sure of a place in the world final himself. Bobby Schwartz in grid 3, well, I think we can say that we can forget about him here. The other 3 riders are the ones to watch. Gordon Kennett desperately needing points. Michael Lee needing a win for a runoff, and Olsen needing to make sure of a world final place. Heat 20. Start from grid 2, and Olsen's come across on the outside but hasn't quite got the legs. Gordon Kennett has been left. In second place, in fact, it's Schwartz, and around the outside comes Ole Olsen, and Lee is in front. Olsen's in second place, Schwartz is third. Gordon Kennett is out of touch and surely out of this year's World Championship. Here's Mike Lee, second place is Olsen. Second place here will be enough to give him a world final place, but it really has been a disappointing Intercontinental Final by the standards, the supreme standards set by Olsen. Lee, though, is going for home. Michael Lee, been in a bit of trouble recently with his start tactics, has been charging the tapes, but it must be said, been pretty well behaved this afternoon. He's going to take 3 points here. He really is carving up Ole Olsen here. You can see the distances into the last lap. We haven't maybe got the world final qualifiers we would have liked. We're going to have a runoff for this Intercontinental crown, and of course Michael Lee, this rider, and Peter Collins have established a big psychological boost over Olsen. Lee wins it, second place, Olsen third place with Schwartz, so we're into a runoff situation for third place in this Intercontinental Final. Just £250 going for exactly 70 seconds or so of action here, and you can see the lineup. Ivan Major on the inside, Finn Thompson there in blue in grid 3, and on the outside Dave Jessup in white. Third place runoff, Major all on his own on the inside. An old campaigner, can never underestimate him. Here he is, 39 years old, in the runoff for third place. Finn Thompson has been very much a surprise here, and Dave Jessup on the outside in white. An even break, and Major it is again who has done the start. He leads it. Second place, very tight between Thompson and Jessup, and Thompson just squeezes through, but Major, well, the old campaigner, there's still a lot of life left in the old dog. Thompson in second place, Jessup back in third, and now Thompson going hard after Major, trying the inside run and going through. Has he? No. It's absolutely elbow to elbow down into the pit corner, giving absolutely nothing away. Major on the outside, and there they are. Jessup now back in contention, and again we've got some super speedway here in this runoff for third place. Thompson has been a most lively competitor. Major using all the skill and track rounds he's acquired in 20 years racing all over the world, and he's stretched away here, and this really is a credited performance for the veteran from the Hull Larder Vikings. Going down the back straight into the bottom 2 corners. There's Major, and he's backed up, and that's awful luck. Well, dear. He seemed to have it in his pocket. Thompson goes over the line to take the £250 check. Jessup is second. There's Finn Thompson, but oh dear, Ivan Major, really your heart must bleed for him. That was awful luck right on the last lap. The bike gave up the ghost, and that's cost him £250.
Ivan, what happened there?
I stopped actually.
Why was that?
Well, the rider who finishes third in this meeting is number 13 in the final, and I don't want to be 13 in the final.
Why is that?
Well, you have the first two races together, and then there's a big gap before the next one. And third place is 15. That's 2 races in a row as well, but it's not so bad. It's later on. So
while the other riders were thinking about the 250 pounds, the old fox was thinking about tactics for the final.
good start number for the final. That's the thing.
England's 1 and 2. They really have been contesting for that top spot all year. Surely this race will sort it all out. Let's see which one is going to be Intercontinental champion. Lee has got the start from the outside. Lee leads it, Collins is second, and now the battle is on and the chase will be on as Collins tried the inside and almost overcooked it. Well, we've seen Peter Collins coming from the back so often. We've seen him do it here this afternoon 2 or 3 times, but now he's got Michael Lee in his sights, and Michael Lee has got a very fast bike and doesn't make mistakes, and it's going to be interesting to see if Peter Collins can possibly catch up that gap he allowed to develop after the second corner, where he made a big dive up the inside. Really almost had to stop dead as Michael Lee stalled the move, and now Mike Lee is stretching, or is he? Collins is inching back, but down the straights Lee is noticeably quicker. Collins is trying to drive on this inside on that corner particularly, getting back in touch, but down the straights Lee is stretching it a bit. They're into the last lap. Michael Lee really hasn't made a mistake. He is such a precocious young man, only 20 years old, hasn't made a single mistake for any inch of these 4 laps, and he is going to be the 1979 Intercontinental champion.